Hello, this is B. Welcome to my channel. I'm so excited about this. Let's see what we have. Voila! There it is. So this is my very first platter order. I've been meaning to order from them at least for the last couple of years. I was very close last year, but before I continue, let me just unbox this. So beautiful. I love the pattern. Very well packaged. Oh, I'm so excited. Here are all the goodies that I got. I cannot wait to try them. Let me set this to the side and I'll be back. And we are back. So I'm going to start with the start of this unboxing. Again, I love the packaging and the mix of orange and black. Really nice. Oh, I don't know if you can see this. It's very reflective, but I think is inspired by Japanese painting. And here on the back it says plotter, draw today, shape tomorrow. Right there. And then we have a pamphlet about their logo and how to use the binder. And here we have it. It's so nice. Cannot wait to see the color. Wow! Here it is. Okay, so this is the USA exclusive Shiranami 6-ring leather binder, and it's a beautiful blue-gray color. Right there. Oop. We have another postcard here with information. Let me take these just to show you the so cute. I love the little rings. I'm not a ring planner person, however, as soon as I saw this special edition binder, I knew I wanted to get it since it's a lovely gray blue, and I love this detail here on the spine. And then let's see it this way. I also like that it has a silver treatment here. I really like this combination. And a little bit more about this binder. Shiranami is a plotter US exclusive leather developed for the Japan Blue Project, paying homage to the history of Japanese indigo dye and the artistic style of Hokusai's 36 views of Mount Fuji. But yes, as soon as I found out about this special edition, and I've been getting a lot of blue items for my planning, as well as fountain inking organization collection. So I really think that this is going to match perfectly with what I have already. And alongside this, let me show you, I already packaged each of these items that I order. Let me set this up. And we are back. So I have here some of the items that I got for my binder. I have accessories as well as some refills. I actually saw an email notification since I subscribed to their newsletter saying that that 2025 refills were available, and as soon as I saw that email, I went to their website and I made the decision to get my plotter binder as well as these items. And like I mentioned before, I've been meaning to get these for the last at least 2 to 3 years, mainly for my work planning and note taking. So I'm gonna see how it goes and see if maybe I like it for my personal planning as well as for content creation, maybe even. But for now, this is going to be for work purposes. Currently, I have a Midori planner, which I have been using for the last 2 years, which I adore. But I also wanted to give Plotter a go and see how I do in this planner system. Okay, so let me go over the items that I got. Let's start with, I guess, the Plotter monthly schedule. And why don't I start setting this up here? Okay, I think this is gonna work better. So let me see how. Okay, so let's start with the monthly. This way. And then I also got the weekly. I'm not sure if I should have all of it. Maybe I can include by month. Where does the month? Oh, I see. So the month I think is right here. No. I'm so new at this plotter system. Yes, so that's the month. So I'm going to maybe do the first quarter, so up to March. Right there. And I'm just going to include these for now so that we can see each of the pages at the end of the setup. And then I also got a to-do list for any lists and projects that I may have to work on during the year. Kind of like project based. So I'll include that there. I also got a project manager right there. And I love the colors, and hopefully this will work for me. For now, I think I'm gonna place them at the end. Okay, and then we have here the 6mm rule paper, and this is to try their paper to see how my inks work here in case I want to do maybe journaling at some point, or also for note taking, but mainly for note taking during meetings. I don't know if it's gonna fit everything here. I don't think so. Okay, I'm gonna place this to the side for now. And then this I also got for myself to test the paper. This is drawing paper, And okay, it's very thick. It's kind of like a cardstock feel. Really nice. And I want to test watercolor, wash, maybe even acrylics, and for sure my inks. And we have a little sample here of the page. So this is their blue paper, and I think this came with the Shiranami collection, kind of part of like that edition. And I also wanted to just have blue paper. Such a pretty color. Ooh, okay. I thought it would be just plain paper, but I don't know if you can see the little grid right there. Interesting. Okay, and so I have all of these papers to try, and this I'll definitely use for meetings. But I think this is almost filled. Let me see. Yeah, so you can see right there. Okay, so I'm reading from their website that this binder fits approximately 80 sheets of paper. I don't know how many sheets I have, but it seems that it's already up to the max. So what I may need to do is maybe just include a few sheets of to-do list instead of have them all here. So I'm gonna take these for now. And instead I'm going to include this ruler pad that I picked since I love the design here, and it also has some information that can be helpful right there. What else do we have here? So we have also the penholder with lifter, and it has this cursive sample here. So pretty. Oh, it also I think has some different fonts. Really nice. Okay, so I'll add that here. I also wanted to get their pen or pencils that they have, but for now I just wanted to keep it simple. Maybe next time, maybe for 2026. And now we have the band with lifter that has the time zone and world map, as well as some other information. So pretty. Nice. So I think I'll set that up later. And then finally we have the ring supporter. Was I supposed to have this first? Oh no. Let's see. And this is meant to protect the leather from the rings. The only thing that I didn't like is that it will cover this pretty treatment here. Let me find out how to set this up. Okay, I actually had to do this first, so it's okay, but let me just set this ring supporter, and then I'll place all of these back again. I'll be back. And I'm all done, I think. So let's see what we have here. I changed the setup, so I managed to place these properly. So definitely if you get these ring supporter, make sure to place it first. And then right after that I have the pen holder. And then the monthly pages, I actually divided it. You'll see I kept the year at a glance here for 2025. We also have it for 2026. And then the age chart, I left it there because I really like checking how old I am and everybody else around my family, just for reference. And then it's the personal information. And then what I did, I'm using the what it is called, the the project manager pages, to use them kind of like a divider for each of the sections that I have here. So this first section is the monthly pages, and I kept all of them just because I tend to enter all information that is available already throughout the year, and then I add information as it's available or given. And then so that's all the monthly section. And I also kept these pages for extra notes if needed. And then for this beautiful mustard color divider, I used that for my weekly pages for the first quarter of 2025, right there. And then I used the green for the other loose pages that I have. And this is in case I have a meeting for try notes. And I may move these, let's say if it's during January, I may move them to January, or maybe I just can leave them here in this section. I still don't know, but I'm leaving some pages there. And then my blue pages, and then a couple of pages for any sketching or drawing. And then I think this is the final section for my to-do list. I'm gonna move these to the front, but for now I have them here. Then my ruler, which is really easy to take out there, and then you can just use it. And then when you're done, you just place it here like so. Beautiful. And then lastly I have the, I found the name, it's the bandwidth lifter. So right there. So let's say if you close it, let me see how this is what we have. I didn't count how many pages I have here, but for especially for trips, and let's say I have this on my book bag or my purse, I can just close this to make sure that everything is in its place right there. And it's not that tight, so I try not to use bands because it leaves marks on the leather. If anything, maybe I can just have it here like this, like that, and then just close that. That's an option, but yes. Okay, so now I want to bring my current planner. This is not this is my personal planner, and I just want to compare the color paper because it's very similar in color, I will say, but let's see. Right there. It's actually a little lighter, and also the grid paper, it's definitely half the size of this. I think this is 4mm and this is 2mm. Let me see a monthly page over here, right there. But overall, oh, actually this one has more space, but I'm guessing because they are using Saturday and Sunday here together instead of having its own space like in the Hobonichi weeks. Now let's see the weeklies. Very similar setup. Let me just bring this here, right there. In terms of spacing and the use of the space in the page, it has horizontal lines here also for each of the days, so that's good. This is the main difference. Right there. So if, let's say, I decide at some point to use this as my personal planner, I wanted to see how things will work out. Okay, but since it's gonna be for work, I think I'd rather see how that works first rather than thinking on switching things. But yes, I also want to do a pen test to see how my pens and my inks work. These are the ones that I have currently, which are a combination of blue and brown. And these inks are from Ferris Wheel Press, and I think this is Blue Denim, and I forgot the name of this one. It's a little sample. Yeah, I don't have the name here, but I really like this ink and pen combination, so let me test that. Okay, so I'm gonna use this as a sample to write here. So I'm just gonna kind of copy what I have. So they have weekly tasks. So I use my brown ink to write down kind of like my headlines, and then blue to write down the actual, in blue to write down the actual list or text. And oh yeah, so this blue, sorry, this brown ink is from this Ferris Wheel Press set. The collection is Autumn in Ontario, and the color is Autumn in Auburn, and it's a lovely brown ink. And then this blue is also from Ferris Wheel Press, and this is Bathurst Blue Denim. Okay, so let's see, what should I write here? Weekly tasks. I'm gonna write down something that I will do at home, and it will be, I don't know, water the plants. And then make doctor's appointment, something like that. And then call for lab results. Those are things that I've been doing this year. So okay, now over here in this section we have 0%, 50%, and 100%, and then done. For now I'm just gonna play with it, and then let's say I only did it 50% of my plants, and I only water 50% of my plants, and I'm using this as a sample. Doctor's appointment, let's say I did call, and then call for lab results. Oh, I see here. So here, I don't know if you can see there is a line already, so you can just go over it. And then I guess, let's say you actually, in this case, I actually water the other half of my plant. I'm just gonna change to this color, and then check, and then check. Something like that. Very nice. Now I want to see how fast this dries. Oh, wow, quite fast. And then let's see if there is any bleeding on the next page, and there is not really, just a faint ghosting, which I will get if writing with a regular pen or even pencil. I just realized that I used the actual sheet for the month, like the monthly or the weeklies. It's okay. But yeah, this writes very well here. I'm actually going to do more testing on the loose sheets instead of here. I'll be back. And I'm going to be testing or playing with these 4 sheets of paper. I think these two, I'm going to kind of create swatch pages for the two of the inks that I showed you. I'm gonna use this plain paper right there, just to see better the color of the page. And I'm gonna start with this beautiful blue ink, which has a lot of shimmer, as you can see there. And as far as I remember, the very first time that I was considering on getting a platter, binder, and paper was for swatching cards. At that time, I was looking for options to create swatch cards, since I didn't really have like a way to store and swatch my samples. So okay, so let's do this. So I was thinking on getting their mini, like the smallest size that they have for the binders, and then get their paper. So while that dries, I'm gonna write down the name of the ink. So yes, so that's what I was thinking on doing at that time. So this is Fairies Wheel Press, and the color is Penholder's Blue Denim. And as you can see, I'm not really following the grid, number one, because I cannot really see it. And then number two, I usually don't follow grids, but I guess it depends on the case. Okay, and then for writing sample, I'm gonna write down this phrase that has all the letters. The quick brown fox. Okay. And hopefully I don't mess it up. Jumps over the lazy, oh, I messed it up, it's okay, over the lazy dog. And then I also wanted to add numbers, like for example 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And I think that's all for that. And I'll wait for this to dry and see how this ink looks. This ink, because of the shimmer, I want to see how it shows on this paper. So let's wait for that to dry. Okay, now we have the other ink. And this one, I have it as a little sample vial. And let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna need more. Much better. Okay, and I like that it's a beautiful orangey brown. And this is also from, no, wrong pen. Okay, it's okay. So it's from Fairies Wheel Press, and the name of the ink is Autumn in Auburn. Beautiful. And then the writing sample. Over the lazy dog. And then 0, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Right there. I'm gonna wait for them to dry, but first impressions, I noticed that the paper on the right has it's actually lighter than this one. This is more yellowish, more creamy. Now I really liked writing on this one for some reason. Maybe the lines, or maybe like it's maybe a smoother writing experience. It could also be the ink with the pen. Somehow I felt better writing here on this page. But yes, so I'm gonna wait for this to dry, and then we'll see how the the samples that I painted here look when dry. And now I have here the blue paper, and I was reading a little bit more about it since I didn't see a sample for these. So they recommend to use these as a quadrant graft that can be used to map out ideas in separate sections, take notes, or mark to-do lists for different purposes. It says you can also utilize the 4-box layout as a weekly planner across 2 pages. So you have 8 boxes for 7 days of the week. Well, I guess an extra since it's 7 days. So yes, and that reminded me actually on I've seen some planner layouts or planning layouts that actually has 4 quadrants, and it can is used for to-do list or for notes per day. So why don't we do that? So I'm gonna use these to write down the days. So this will be Monday, Tuesday, then Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it like that. And then here, for example, I can write some to-do lists. For example, I usually water plants on Mondays. And maybe I can write down the names of each plant. So for example, I have Philly, and then also Folly, and then I have my cactus that doesn't have a name. I also have new plants which don't have name, and I have also some tomatoes that I like to check because I just replanted them. Okay, so let's pretend that's that. And then Monday, sometimes I do walks, so let's say I want to track that. Maybe I can enter how many miles I did. And then maybe for Tuesday I have to call my doctor. And then maybe I think that's it for now. So just to give you an idea. Okay, so this is how it looks, and I pretty much, I think, follow for the most part the grid, but I jumped since I don't like having text right next to each other, like too close to each other. But let's say if you have a bigger list, you know, because the grid is so small, you can fit more text and more items. And I also seen planners on YouTube that add stickers or maybe even little sketches, so just to personalize their planning pages. But I really like how also the ink looks here. You can clearly see the brown and the blue. I don't know, you can see that. Really nice. And now this is the drawing paper that they have, and I'm so excited to try. For this, I think I'm just gonna do a swatching page with different art supplies that I have, and I have so many right here on the sides you cannot see, but I'm gonna just swatch without writing any names. You know, I just want to play with the page and see all of the colors and the different media that I have. So let's work on that. Okay, so let's start with my dry media. I'll start with just this pencil. Just gonna make lines. Maybe right there. Maybe this color pencil. This is one of my favorite brands. Quadrant. It's really nice, very smooth. I also do a lot of sketching with mechanical pencils, so right there. I also love these Tombow dual brush pens, and these are water soluble, so I may add some water later. What else do we have? Also for planning, I use this Zig dot pen or marker. It also has it's almost dry over there, a I forgot a pointy tip right there. And then these I don't use this as much, but I got these as a an art supply from Art Snacks. These are Ecoline brush pens. Is this a watercolor? I think it is. I don't remember. Oop. And then this is one of my favorite markers. It's an acrylic marker. I use this a lot, especially with my fingers. As you can see, covers a lot of area. It's very matte. It's so much fun to use. And then I have this one, Ecoline duo tip, and it also has that and the chisel right there. The color looks darker with this tip in comparison to the chisel one. And then another of my favorite markers is this Edding acrylic marker. You shake this and then you press. If you can see there, the chisel tip, you can do marks like that. You can do lines. But my favorite is that you can paint with it. Similar to what I did here, I use my finger to paint across the page. So that's gonna dry there. And then what else do I have here? I have this highlighter. I love highlighters, especially from Sharpie. I have different types of highlighters from that brand. And here I have another Caran brand art supply. This is a Neo Color 2 aquarelle, and these are water soluble wax pastels. So these are a lot of fun. Also, you can just use it as a wax pastel crayon, or you can also add water to activate it. So I'm gonna do the water part here. Have some water. Now we're adding water. This I think had a little bit of the brown ink that we swatched previously. As you can see, this is water soluble, and then I'm going to I think this was also water soluble, so I'm going to add some water here. Right there. And then why don't we add this Bombay Dr. P.H. Martin's ink. This is India ink. haven't used this in a long while, so I'm gonna just sprinkle some. And I'm also going to use my brush to kind of paint around right there. And then I'm gonna use this wash. This is acrylic wash from Holbein, and I use this a lot, right? At least I used to this a lot for my artwork. Ah, no, okay. Oh. So for this, you actually have to use a brush that, or brushes that are not really, how can I say this? Try not to use your nice brushes, that's what I'm trying to say. Because they will get damaged, and also you have to make sure to dry your brushes after using this wash, since it's acrylic base and it will dry forever on your brush. However, it's really nice to use as an alternative to acrylic. Some acrylics, or most of them, at least in my opinion, are, even though they said that they are matte, they are really not. And so instead of in order to achieve that matte look, I use acrylic wash, and they dry and you can paint over it to achieve different layers without mixing the colors. And talking about acrylics, this is a soft body acrylic. Ah, that's a beautiful blue. And okay, what else do we have? We also have this Arteza wash. I love Arteza wash. I got this a while ago, and I use these to paint some of my characters. And this is a beautiful green, sage green. Let's see, maybe here and here, right there. What else do we have? So I use this and that, and oh yes, so I have here this set by I forgot the name. Oh, Gravy. And I want to try this fluorescent watercolor. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Right there. Maybe here. They also have a metallic set, but I don't think I'm gonna use that right now. Should I? Okay, let me see which one I have the metallics here. Maybe this pink. Okay, it's this one, I think. Since it's kind of fluorescent. It's very pale, which is great because you can add that metallic tone on top. It's very clear, something like that. And then I think I have one more, which is my Kuretake watercolors. It's a Japanese brand that I adore. Which color? I love this one. Okay, so I'm going to, let me bring it closer. Right there. It also mix a little bit with whatever was before, but okay, so we don't have much space. Oh, do you see that? Isn't that beautiful? Right there, maybe here. Oh, the India ink reactivated here a bit, and I'm taking some of the color here. Nice. Maybe here. Okay, I think we're done. So we have a beautiful, colorful, and bright color swatch with different art supplies that I was able to find in my studio. Oh, actually I have another acrylic wash. Why don't we add that? There is a lot of blue here, so I think I'm gonna add little dots all around, just to add some texture and interest. Right there. And we'll wait for that to dry. Now let me invite back these beautiful swatch pages. Isn't that gorgeous? So let's give it a closer look. I don't know if you can see that glitter right there. Yes. So I don't think the color or the overall look of the ink has changed because of the paper. I think it looks true to what is meant to look, and I'm really loving how it looks on this paper. Now I don't see much of the glitter, but that may be because I didn't shake my pen, but that's how it looks. And then here is the other one. Isn't that beautiful? I really love that. It's a gorgeous orange gold brown. So really happy with these swatch samples. I'm considering on getting the mini binder and using this paper. I think inks look amazing here. And then let's see on the back, there is a little bit of bleeding in some areas, but when writing you don't see anything really. Very little ghosting right there. And I'm so happy with this paper. Bringing them all back, and this is still drying, but I also wanted to see here on the back, there is no bleeding. Maybe a little bit over there. What is this? Let's see. Oh, it's the acrylic marker, and I added water, so it may be because of the water that I added here when painting with, I think, wash. So, but overall, it's a very strong and sturdy paper. I don't see any damage while painting with wet medium. It looks really nice. And now I have this kind of like as a cover page or just an accent that I can add to my planner. Really quickly, I also want to show you here, there is no ghosting whatsoever and no bleeding. Right there. And I'm back just to say thank you so much if you watched until the end of this video. I am so happy with this new system that I got for my work planning. I'm very excited for sure, and Let me know if you have a platter system and what are your thoughts about it. How do you use it? Do you like that paper? What is your experience so far with this type of ring planners? Thanks again, and until the next one. Bye bye.